Hey guys, I had this amazing image in my head that I wanted to share with you. Let's start with the story. So, about a year and a half ago, or maybe more, a really good friend of mine, he told me he's in a relationship. Full in love, was his first deep relationship, actually. And I was happy for him, of course. But I also was like, okay, let's see where this goes. Almost like the Zen story. I'll tell it later. Anyway, maybe a year after, something like that, I got that message. We broke up. He was he was destroyed, totally. Thing wasn't beautiful, not at all. And in my head, I was just like, all right, he just did his first ride. And then this image of a rodeo came into my head. And I don't know how a relationship works for you, but for me, it's like a rodeo. You get on there, you get on that ball, you get a hole, and then things gotta start moving, and you fall off, and you gotta back, like you say, get back on the horse, get back on the horse, get back on the horse. Well, in the case of my friend, he dropped, he fell, and he hurt himself physically, mentally, emotionally. He was done. Oof, I've been there many times. I've been through breakups. As a kid, I didn't learn how to deal with breakups at all. Separation, grief, all these things. I never was taught that. I learned it by doing. Wasn't all that pretty. It was pretty nasty actually. So came that image to my head, like, all right, now he fell off the horse, off the bull. It's more a relationship, it's more like a bull, to be honest. So he fell off the bull, and let's see how long it's gonna take for him to get back on the bull. No, you're gonna be like, dude, you can't just like say it's like a bull. You're like, your woman's not a bull. Well, we're like speaking metaphorically, so even the seeds are changing. Like it's not like like the guy holding onto this horse or the bull and just securing, and the woman just kicks him off at some point. No, the same point, the woman is like riding that bull of a man, trying to secure this ride, which isn't easy, not at all. And brings me to the other part. So at one point, you need to secure to not get thrown off the bull, the horse. On the other side, modern rodeo is like the little machine. The machine's working. You just hold. Well, if you think, like actual rodeo, it's like an animal. It's a living being. Living beings like gentleness. They're like softness. So especially when it comes to guys trying to hold on to women, we hold really tight, and the women they do everything to get us off their back. They start jumping and kicking, and I bet you've been through a lot of these things. And eventually we fall off and clean our wounds, try to heal, get back on the horse. What happened to me? I'm married since almost 8 years now. We've been to a point, it wasn't easy. We've been to a really bad point in our relationship. And we actually did a quantum healing for our relationship. Like there's a machine that reads your quantum field. And we just put our relationship in there and let's see what happened. Right the next day. See, I don't know if you can see it right here. I tried to open a coconut with a machete that size. And well, I open coconuts every day, but that day it slipped and I almost chopped off my finger. Was purse very little that it didn't happen. And and all I did, I was just sitting downstairs, and the knife slipped over my thumb. I was like, my wife upstairs, like, what's going on? She's just running down. my son coming down too. The moment she got there, like I I passed out. I hit my head on the bottom floor and got a concussion too. So that sucked. Well, I got to the hospital and got stitched up, and as I got back home, I was incapable of doing anything. Like with one hand, just with a giant band-aid, I couldn't do things with my hands. And as I had a concussion, I wasn't able to do things with my head either. So no cell phone, no reading, no, not even opening my eyes all too much. I just was like pretty much still like muted. And what I realized is what I was doing with my marriage, with my relationship. I was doing everything to secure, to not let go. And when you go and like the reading of your body, everything, this is the left side is your feminine side, and the right side is your masculine side. And the thumb is the vehicle that holds, that grabs. Like with the thumb, it's really difficult to grab something. So with all my masculinity, I was holding on to that marriage, pretty much suffocating it, strangling it to death. My marriage was almost dead at that point. And well, I physically pretty much just lost grip of life. At that moment, I had lost grip of life from bottom to head. Every part of my life, I had lost control. Honestly, it was really, really fucking bad time. But what happened? As I lost control, my wife was able to get in control. She was able to get in control, to do her things, to kind of man up and get back in her position, position that she is meant to have, that she needs to feel alive, to nurture the relationship that we have. So I had to physically disable myself from holding on too tight. And just imagine. So let me tell that story of the Zen story. There's that farmer who gets his son born, beautiful son. It was like, ah, oh, you're so lucky. And he said, oh, let's see what happens. And then this boy starts making trouble, and he's just on the fields. Everybody's like, ah, poor guy. That boy's only making trouble. And he's saying, let's see. And as this boy's making trouble, he's on the field, and he finds a horse. And the horse is like, oh, everybody, like, you're so lucky you find that horse. Your son brought your horse back. And then the son tries to tame the horse, and he falls down and breaks his leg. And it was like, oh, what a shame. You are lucky. And he said, let's see. The soldiers came in from the army to draft all the young men from the village to go to war. But the young guy had his broken leg. He wasn't drafted. All the others died. Everybody said, you're so lucky. The old guy just said, well, let's see. So, to close the cycle, as my friend told me, like, oh, I'm in a relationship, I'm in love, everything's amazing. I got to that point, like, okay, I'm happy for you, amazing, but let's see. And then he told me he went through a breakup and things are nasty. And they're like, I'm sorry for you, I feel with you, but let's see where it goes. When I cut my thumb, I almost chopped off my thumb to say what happened. I wasn't all that zen, not at all. But looking back, you know, life throws things at us that are just unbearable at sometimes. But let's see what happens. Actually, I don't know if you heard about Vipassana. It's the meditation technique the Buddha taught. Uh, there's like in the whole world, there's retreat centers where you just sit down for 10 days in silent meditation. And when you sit for 10 days and only meditate, barely eat or sleep, because after meditating all day straight, you can't sleep anyway, you go through crazy stuff within yourself. And whatever happens, they teach you anicca, it will pass. All the pain will pass. All the grief will pass. All the joy will pass. So what happens, you're at this amazing party and you just, all the happiness, all the joy, you just like drink it, you enjoy it, and you just let it go. Or you can't let it go and you keep drinking, trying to hold it. Hold tight onto that emotion, onto the relationship, onto that whatever sensation. But it will go. You gotta let it go. Comes to that point where you're just like on a horse that's tamed. You just sit gentle. You don't need to hold on. You just ride. Enjoy your ride. Or if you got that bull, that horse that is untamable, the relationship that's just not for you, a toxic person, that work that's just not for you, you gotta let it go, man, or you're gonna hurt yourself really bad. And the longer you hold on, the worse you're gonna hurt yourself. So I don't know what you get from that talk, but hold on tight and let go. Try to find your zen in that one.